So we're just having a break, having a bit of pineapple. So this morning we went out to the market. There's a Saturday market in the town. Bought some vegetables and stuff. And come back home, we're carrying on with various bits of work. So Puck's bought a new digger and he's been filling in some of the holes. But it's not quite finished, there's still a few more to do. That's going to be finished off tomorrow, I think. Hopefully it'll end up as a good result. So we're still cutting and removing all this chatom. I want to leave behind nice smooth patches of mud. There's absolutely loads of it left. It's really hard work. I had wanted to try and do it all myself, but I'm having to kind of admit defeat, I think. The last 6 days we've been at it kind of non-stop. It is really tough. Even working hard all day, I can get about 5 patches done a day. I'm not sure how many patches there are. There's got to be like 100 patches. So it's lots and lots of days of work. So anyway, long story short, I think I'm going to get some people in to help me start removing this stuff. But the farm's looking much better already down the back here. I much prefer it. You can actually see the trees properly. Not all bits of bush in between them all. So I haven't really made any videos the past few days. We've been doing the same thing pretty much every day, just hacking away at this chatom and taking it down the bottom, having a fire, that sort of thing. Perhaps you can see right down the bottom. There's a bit of smoke rising from our fire by the canal. So we're getting towards the end of January now. The temperatures are starting to rise. Every day now is 33 degrees. I just had a quick check of the weather. The next 10 days is 33 every day, so it's just a couple of degrees up from where it was back in December, but you do feel it. It does make a bit of a difference. It's one of the reasons I'm probably going to get some people in to help dig this stuff up. So all the chatom's gone from this area. It's looking much nicer. We just got to take out all that lemongrass. Bungbung's lying down under the table. That's a fish we got at the market earlier. Pen's been barbecuing that. I guess that's our dinner. I'm not sure where Gorgy is. The last I saw he was lying down under a tree over there, but seems to have run off somewhere. I think his new digger's a little bit better. It's got a sealed cab and it's got aircon in there, so. But anyway, that's good news for us. Our next door neighbour's just bought himself a new digger, so you know, any time we need one, it's right next door. We're having kind of a rest day today. Digging down there, all that chatom stuff is really hard work. So the last 6 days or so we've been going at it, you know, morning till evening in the boiling heat, and I need a break. I'm going to take it easy a little bit today. We're going to go around and do like a tree inspection, see if any of them have got any disease on the leaves, that sort of thing. Just have a poke about, really. He's sniffing something around that log. I don't know what he's found. Bungbung! Come on! So Pen's just having a look for any leaves. They've got a lot of disease on them or anything. Cutting them all off. This lot's all going to be put in the fire. Pen sprays the trees at least once a month with like fungicide or whatever to keep all this stuff at bay. But in the meantime, she'll also go around, check them all. If there's any obvious signs on some of the leaves, snip them all off like that. And while she's doing that, I'm going around and just checking the trees where we've put poles to hold them up, if any of these need adjusting in any way. And sometimes they're doing all right now, so I'm just taking the pole out. All these trees were just saplings this time last year. Some like this have more than doubled in height and filled out nicely. And the opposite end of the spectrum, some didn't make it at all, they got to be replaced. So there's a real height variation. You can see that one there is quite a lot taller than Pen. That's probably taller than I am. This time last year, this was all mud. Now it's all got a bit of grass growing. It looks nicer, it looks greener. That's the thing about this place, is everything changes so slowly. You know, you can't see it happen, but when you look back over the space of a year, things have changed a lot. And as the years tick by, the trees will get bigger and bigger, and the place is just going to get nicer and nicer, I think. Bungbung, what you got? What you got? So the news is the bungalow building stalled a little bit. We thought we'd found like a really reasonably priced builder. We submitted to him a 20% size increase, and he gave back to us another quote which had seen a 40% price increase. So we're not so sure now. Anyway, it's progressing. We've submitted the plans to the local council. They're going to draw them up properly, and we're waiting to hear back from them. That's the other news. The other news. I think it's pretty funny what's happening with GameStop stock. I had 5 shares of GameStop, but I sold them about 6 months ago because I figured, well, I made a small amount and I thought, it's not going anywhere. Should have kept 1 or 2 of those. But that's always the way with these things. You win some, you lose some. So hopefully when this is done, it's all going to be nice and smooth in here. The point of that was so that we could get a ride-on mower and simplify the grass cutting a little bit. So over the last few days, in the time I haven't been digging out all this stuff, I've been trying to think of what's the best way to cut the grass here in the long term. I've been brainstorming ideas, thinking this, thinking of that, and at the moment I'm still not sure. So the choices are overpriced imported ride-on mower, some kind of mower that we drag behind a quad bike, keep doing what we're doing now, pay a guy to come in and cut the grass. It actually seems a bit silly to me. In a country of farmers where everyone's cutting their grass all the time, that they haven't come up with like a clever solution to this. So we've got about 3 acres of grass here to cut. So that means that I need like a semi-professional lawnmower. They probably start around $5,000 or whatever it is. And then once that's imported into Thailand, you know, you're looking at 3 times the price. So really it's $15,000. But there's no way I'm paying $15,000 for a $5,000 machine. There's just no way that's happening. If I buy one of the cheaper ones, they're more designed for a bit of a smaller area, maybe someone with a large garden or something like that. It's like a domestic product. So I think if I use it here to cut all this grass on a regular basis, I think I'm just going to kill it. There's Gorgy. Both the dogs are here, chilling out in the shade. It's quite breezy now actually, it's a nice breeze. We often get a nice breeze coming through here in the afternoon. You get like the peak of the midday heat, it starts to cool off, the wind starts to blow, starts to feel good. As the digger pushes all the mud back into the hole, it's knocking on the sprinklers and pushing them all off to the side like that. I'm worried it's going to be putting pressure on the glue joints and whatever, so got to sort that out. There's only one way to do that. So that's me for the next hour. So if you saw one of the previous videos, there was taps all over the place. So you can see what I've done here. I've got them all into one little neat square. So we're really pleased with that result. It just makes all this area so much more usable. Gorgy's picking up Bungbung's glove habit. Oi! Oi! I've been chasing them around the farm today, trying to get those gloves back off them. Looks like they've chewed through the thumb. Oi! Stop it! Look, I'm coming to get one off Gorgy. What's happening to my gloves over there? Look. Bungbung. Stop it. He thinks it's a game, but it is to him. But to me, it's like, get off my gloves, I want to work. Got stuff to dig. Right. Let's see if I can get this on camera. Normally punish him by flipping him upside down and setting Gorgy loose on him. Come on, Gorgy, get him! Get his neck! Get his neck, get his neck! Get him, get him! I'll teach him. Pen's burning those leaves she's been plucking off the trees. So that's it for today. I'm knackered. It was supposed to be kind of a rest day today, like take it easy a bit. But it hasn't turned out that way. It's often the case, I kind of intend to rest, but there's just so many things to do. You kind of go, well, not much point in sitting down, I may as well go and get on with something. The next thing you know, completely exhausted. I'm sure it'll be much the same tomorrow.